Okay, we are live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hope everyone's doing good. I've got my coffee right here, and the sun is not out yet. I mean, it's out, but it's covered in clouds. It's a gloomy day, but it's a great day. I originally wanted to get a video out on Friday, today. I wanted a video out. I had it all planned. I even shot it. I filmed for 2.5 hours straight. And then my SD card malfunctioned and it said all that footage was gone. So, oh boy, 2.5 hours gone. So no video today. So I thought maybe a little live stream, little hangout kind of thing. But man, that was sad. I was looking forward to that. I was ranking video games. Ranking every video game I ever played. And it was over 200 video games. I think I got more than halfway through. And yeah, so I'm going to have to film that next week and hopefully get that out next week. So yeah. Hello, how are you? You missed this. Well, you're here and you're on time. Oh no, not the game one. Yeah, I know. The game one. It's gone. So tomorrow I will film a video on books and get that out hopefully Sunday or Monday, because this is a book channel. We're talking about books. Hello from Greece. OMG, horrible about the malfunction. I know. I was, my throat was tired from talking so long, and my butt hurt from sitting so long, and I felt pretty good about my opinions and my explanations about where I was ranking things, and yeah, just not meant to be, and that's okay. And it actually might be a good thing. Maybe I'll film in 1 hour bursts, taking coffee breaks in between. And that's exactly what I was thinking, Caleb. More time to have second thoughts on my rankings. And there's one game in particular that was ranked like right here, and it should be up here at the top. And that's because I'm replaying Skyrim for the umpteenth time. I think I understand why people keep coming back to that game. That game's incredible. There's something about it. It's just very atmospheric. Feels like that warm blanket that you come back to on a cold winter day. It's a good time. But I've never fully dove into it. Not yet. So hopefully this time through. And it runs well on the Switch too. So I've been trying to get into handheld gaming because, the baby is coming very fast. It's almost here. And I think playing on the go, in bed, on the couch, that'll be helpful. So, how's everyone doing? What have you all been doing the past week? What have we been reading, playing, watching? And also, feel free to ask me anything. That's kind of what this stream's all about. Ask me anything about movies, games, books, arts and crafts, coffee, cooking, whatever you want. And I'll see if I got an answer for it. Detroit Become Human is an absolute must. Yeah, isn't that PlayStation only? I don't have a PlayStation, although I really want one for Last of Us and Spider-Man. That'd be nice. How do you make time for reading and gaming? I always guilt trip myself if I am not reading. Yeah, I mean, the big thing is not having guilt. Just understanding, hey, I'm shutting my brain off to, turning the reading switch off and turning the gaming switch on, kind of thing. I know it sounds easier said than done, but really it's giving one hobby a break and then, diving into the next hobby with some excitement. And that's what I like to do. And also, it is nice to kind of do both. I mean, not at the same time, but maybe read a chapter a day, which is something I have yet to do. I have not been reading. But you can read a chapter a day and you can still play your favorite video game. Friendly balance. Seen as the camera malfunctioned, why don't you give us a little hint at your top 3 would be? Oh, yeah, that's easy. What? So we're talking, he's referring to video games. What do you think are my top 3 favorite video games of all time? And I've talked about them a couple times on this channel. So if you've been around for quite some time, then you'd know. Twice Born by Grace. Good morning, Thomas. How's it going? I was just talking about how I dove back into Skyrim. And seeing as you play Skyrim and God of War a lot, I can't help but think of you when I'm playing Skyrim. So it's always fun to play that game and be like, wow, Twice Born by Grace loves this game, and I see why. And I'm fully diving in. Taking my time with it. I'm doing the Thieves Guild quest. I did a little drinking contest with someone, and then I ended up in a completely different city. So, and I'm not fast traveling either. So that's a new way to explore the game, and I think the best way. Okay, what's the best roast of Trader Joe's coffee? Was in Florida not long ago and got a medium roast, brought it back to the UK, and it was lush. Wow. That's incredible. I'm so curious what the coffee is like in UK. I think my favorite, I don't have the bag with me because it's in our little canister. My favorite coffee is the Wake Up blend. I think it just feels like a good, smooth cup of diner coffee. Nothing crazy, nothing bad, nothing glorious. But it gets the job done, and it's good for big groups of people. If you don't want to use all your best coffee, although I don't mind sharing good coffee with folks, but sometimes in a pinch, Trader Joe's coffee comes in clutch. So that'd be my favorite. But I don't know if it's the best, because the best is, what would that be? Subjective? Is that the correct term? I always get subjective and objective wrong. Oh, nice. Playing Tunic on the PS5. I want to play that so bad, but I'm waiting for the Switch 2 update, which is rumored to come out soon. I have a deluxe edition hardcover, and it comes with a little map and manual, which I'm not reading or looking through because I know that defeats the purpose of Tunic. Would love to play Tunic with my wife. It's that kind of puzzly game, and I hear it's really difficult. Reading Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, watching Widow's Bay. What is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell? I keep hearing about it. It's by Susanna Clark, right? What's the elevator pitch on that? As you all know, I am still reading To Kill a Mockingbird. I know I said last stream, I could rip through the rest of this book. I mean, this is all I have left. And I think I read 1 chapter this past week. So, I don't know. I'm just not wanting to read as much. And I should. I should just throw all my other hobbies into the road, I guess, and lock in, read. I wanted to read over the weekend, but the weekend was filled with activities, family, birthday parties, and it was just navigating, wanting to be present with family and friends versus going into my little corner and playing, video games and reading books. Hi, Thomas. Greetings from Scotland. You can make time for multiple hobbies. The thing is balance. Exactly. Alfred, you get it. You totally understand it. And really, it's about not having guilt either. The guilt complex can creep up on you. And when you start feeling guilty about things, it just takes the joy out of whatever you're doing. And it's a balance, and it's something you gotta, attempt and try and get better at. Took a little break from One Piece to binge watch Chainsaw Man. Planning on getting back to One Piece tonight. As for books, I'm currently reading Dune. Oh, I want to read Dune so bad. Sounds like a good time. I think I'm waiting for the newborn to come, our daughter, and then I'll read that out loud to the whole family. Just sounds like a good time. Being sleep deprived, reading Dune. What more can you ask for? So my top 3 video games. Spoiler alert. Number 3 is Witcher 3. Number 2 is Resident Evil 4. And then number 1, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Hey man, I hope you are good. I'm great. I'm doing good. I just got back into Skyrim, and I'm still attempting to read this book, To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm loving every bit of it. I'm just not putting in any time to read. Hope you're doing good, Woods. With this new update, all my mods got uninstalled, and when I reinstalled them, none of them work. The life of a console gamer. Ooh. Yeah, I thought I heard about an update that happened. Thankfully, I have not done any mods. I'm playing very vanilla. Good morning, guys. I'm finishing Words of Radiance. Around 100 pages left. Very cool. What do you think of it? How are you liking it? I've got a Brandon Sanderson book sitting on my shelf that I got from my wife, Tress of the Emerald Sea. Whenever she's done with Dungeon Crawler Carl, we'll see what she dives into next. Hopefully that's one of them. Being mindful is important to prioritization. There are ebbs and flows with life and hobbies. I find myself returning to the wisdom of saying no to one thing is saying double yes to another. Ooh, excuse me. Got a little frog in my throat. That's awesome. I like that. That's a good bit of wisdom. It's funny. I'm not sick, but I'm sick. It's like I just have this throat congestion. That's about it. Totally fine. I've got energy. I've got appetite. But we're still here. Still chugging along. I've been struggling this summer, been super alone and had a miserable time, but only just recently started enjoying creating artwork again. Been so lovely to enjoy it again. It's incredible what just being creative can do, allowing ourselves to put in time to be creative and put in creative work and draw and express our imagination, express ourselves and get lost in it. It's therapeutic. I find it very therapeutic to just organize things, organize my magic cards and, study up on notes on Dungeons and Dragons, writing, prepping for that. It's fun. Anything that itches the creative aspect of life is never a waste of time in my eyes. What's the thing that instantly draws you into a book? Is it characters, prose, atmosphere, something else? Immediately, it's going to be the prose, the writing style. Right from the get-go, if I can tell the writing is mature and just doesn't mince words, and it really presents the story in a way that I've never seen before, or in a way that I connect with, I'm gonna dive in. Um, Getting to know the characters takes time, especially when you're diving into a brand new book, new characters. I mean, Lonesome Dove threw a lot of names at you right away, and it can be overwhelming. So, getting to know and latching onto those characters uh, takes a few chapters, maybe even the first 100 pages to really, you know, understand the scope of what a character can be. So it's definitely prose, characters, and then I think the atmosphere kind of comes in later or subconsciously throughout the writing style. What about you guys? What draws you into a book? Is it writing? Is it the characters, story? Favorite historical novel? Are you so historical fiction? I would say Lonesome Dove, because that'd be historical fiction, right? Because it takes place in that like a historical era. Although I would love to get into historical fiction. Ken Follett, Pillars of the Earth. Definitely want to read that. Excuse me. I'm going for platinum in Witcher 3. I've beaten it 2 times and going for a third run because I'm so excited for the new expansion. I can't believe there's a new expansion. After all these years, it's incredible. I'm so excited to see what happens. Yeah, it took a long time for me to get into Witcher 3. Uh, I think it was the next gen upgrade that came out in December a few years ago that got me back in. And I'm glad I waited because there are a lot of games that I kind of want to get into only when there's a next gen update. Um, so what does platinum mean? Does that mean getting every achievement? Isn't that really hard? Like 100%ing? That's an endeavor. Resident Evil 4 original or remake? No wrong answers. They're both great. I think they're both great, but I lean more toward the original because of the nostalgia. I got the Wii edition way back when. I actually said this in my video, my tier list video, but all that footage is gone. So you'll get it first here on live. I got Resident Evil 4. It was one of my first rated M games. And my mom never, allowed me to get rated M games, especially Grand Theft Auto, let alone scary games. And I don't know what happened. I guess I persuaded her. Maybe my brother helped, but my brother ran over to GameStop, picked it up. What an experience. That night, I'll never forget, going into the village for the first time, going in the house, running upstairs, getting the shotgun, getting the ammo, and then hearing glass break, zombies coming through the windows, and then you hear the rev of a chainsaw. Incredible. The original had a way of enemies sneaking up from behind you that you never really got in the remake because the remake was very action heavy. You moved really quickly, you had more athleticism. Whereas in the original, I think the big thing was that makes it one of the scariest games is you have to stay where you are. You can't shoot and move at the same time. You have to plant yourself, then shoot. So it was easy to get snuck up on and ambushed. And that, the atmosphere of the original, and the Wiimote right here. I mean, the control was so easy to just aim like that. I can't wait. I want to play that again with my wife. That'll be a fun time. Oh, and we beat, did I tell you guys? Maybe not. We beat Resident Evil Requiem a couple nights ago. Finally beat Resident Evil Requiem, and I've got some opinions. So let me catch up on the chat here. As usual, I am way behind. The Blood of Dawn Walker launches in 2 weeks. It is a spiritual successor to The Witcher 3, and it even has the same game director. Can't wait, unfortunately, also in a reading slump. Hey, I'm glad I'm not alone in the reading slump. I think it's totally fine to be in a reading slump. As long as it's not like causing stress and waves of guilt, then take a break from reading. That's been all year for me. I think I've only read 5 or 6 books this whole year, and it's been one of my favorite years of life. It's been a great season, new season. And yeah, I did see a little bit about The Blood of Dawn Walker. Does it play similar? Does it add on to kind of the Witcher vibe? Is there a card minigame? I'm very curious. I got to look into that. And is it open world? I know very little about that. Yeah, Woods, it's a good thing that you found something you love and that you're continuing to, press on and march forth. And, one day at a time. That's all we can do. And tomorrow, take care of itself. Stormlight is really cool because it keeps all the positives from Mistborn, but it's more adult, deep, and world building is amazing. I love how they're long books, so you have a slice of life there. Yeah, that's always a fun thing with longer books, especially fantasy books, so you get to live in that world a little more. Chocolate is good for coughs. You'll probably be pleased to know. Really? Like dark chocolate? Never knew about that. In a little time, you will be playing Diaper Man. Yes, I will. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's pretty funny with folks who dread it, but it's a responsibility that we have as parents. Babies literally cannot do anything else other than poop and eat and sleep. And we have to be there for them. And it's a great honor to be that foundation for a child that entered this world that just has no clue about their bodily functions and what they're feeling. Are they feeling gassy? Are they hungry? Are they tired? And we get to be there to care for them and love them. It's going to be tough. I know it's not going to be easy. I know it's going to be a test, but I'm mentally ready because it's a responsibility that we all need to have as parents. When I read a long book like Stormlight books, I get this feeling of living in those places and with those characters because you spend so much time with them. Yeah, same thing happened with Wheel of Time for me. Just being in that world for 14 books, what a time. What a time. And I miss that world. I love the slice of life aspect where you get to just sit in a tavern for 100 pages and just hear them talk and bicker about different politics and strategies and where do we go next. It's fun. Organizing stuff really is relaxing for no reason. I'll have random times where I just get the urge to organize all my fishing tackle. I love that. Yeah, my wife does that. She and I both do that where we just kind of get into cleaning frenzies. My wife will find something dirty, like unexpectedly dirty, and then it just puts her whole day into this, mode of cleaning everything. And sometimes we need that. Pillars of Earth is one of my favorites. not literary at all, but I consider it a perfect novel in the sense it achieves everything Follett wanted it to. TV series is great, so you know. Okay, cool. Great to hear. Did I finish the Dark Tower series? No, but let me go grab it real quick. The next Dark Tower book will be this 1,300 page masterpiece, The Stand by Stephen King. I'm looking forward to this. I've been craving this post-apocalyptic vibe for a while. I have no clue what to read next still. I know I keep talking about it, but what am I going to read after To Kill a Mockingbird? Heated up drip coffee. Love it. Love it. I want to get up early, like 5 a.m., get some drip coffee, and just play Skyrim. Be a good time. Can't wait for the new Wolverine game. I won't be playing, but watching playthroughs on YT will still be great. Love it. Yeah, I've been looking into Wolverine comics. I thought chocolate was only good for Dementors. Yeah, maybe. What is the quote, hon? Eat. You'll feel better. Eat, you'll feel better. Yeah. So great. Oh, those books are fun. Fortunately, there's no Gwent, but it's open world with a 30-day time limit. What? How does that work? Atmosphere is quintessential Witcher, and combat is very more dynamic with vampire abilities. I also heard choice matters more, like being vampire. Like if you do this or do that, it changes you, maybe changes the world around you. I'll look into that. I know Call of Duty Next is live right now, and everyone's going crazy about, the new Call of Duty. I'm sorry, I saw the trailer. That looks bland. The map design, what is going on? It's wide and it's just sterile. Very weird. I think we need to just have a Call of Duty game that's just called Call of Duty, and it's just got all the best maps. That's it. Best maps, best guns, and just keep it like that with modern mechanics, maybe. I feel like you would like Way of Kings. It's a great book for daily 10-minute reading sessions and slowly progressing until you reach the end and blast through 200 pages straight away. Yeah? I mean, I go back and forth on this channel. I still want to give Way of Kings a try, just in a genuine attempt. But I know with my experience with Sanderson, he's just not my thing, not my cup of tea. But I don't want to just throw it in the trash. Also, a good friend of mine, the very friend who bought me my very first, gifted me Name of the Wind, one of my favorite novels of all time. He said, you need to read Red Rising. That means a lot coming from this guy. Let me read you exactly what he said. Here we go. All right. By the way, just finished Red Rising trilogy. Possibly some of the best writing, plotting, world building I've encountered in years. Wheel of Time notwithstanding. I haven't felt this way about writing and world building since Rothfuss. I would start over from page 1 tomorrow if I wasn't working through a backlog of TBR. That is crazy. That is cool. So when a friend like that, who I trust and his opinions matter to me, means a lot. So I might consider that and really give Red Rising a true attempt. And I hear it's a relatively easy breeze read, and the plotting sounds like it's boom, boom, boom. So definitely want to give that a try. Hi, Thomas. You starting Dungeon Crawler Carl soon now? No, but my wife is on book 7, The Inevitable Ruin. So, yeah. How's that book going, hun? She just gave me a thumbs up. She's tired. She's grown a child. Love seeing your slight smile when you talk about being a dad. Oh, yeah. I'm excited. And I know it's going to hit so different when it actually happens because there's this thought, like these expectations you have, but then when it actually happens, I know it's going to be I can't describe it. The Stand has been sitting on my shelf for a while. I want to read it so bad. I know, me too. I've been wanting to read it for a long time. Oh, yeah. You don't have to, I don't have to thank you later. I've played through that. It's an incredible game. Disco Elysium, one of the best games ever. And it would be probably in my all-time tier list. So again, for those of you who do not know, I did a tier list video and I have to reshoot it because I lost all the footage. But Disco Elysium would be at the very top. And I had, I think, eight tiers. I had all-time, I had amazing, and then I had fun time, and then I had mid, and then dull, bad, trash, waste of time. So, really exciting stuff. But have not started Dungeon Crawler Carl. Well, I mean, I did the first 2 books. Read the first book, audiobook the second. Just wasn't my cup of tea. I feel Dungeon Crawler Carl would be better for me as a graphic novel. And I know they already have that, but maybe sometime. We'll see. I've never read a series that fell off harder for me than Stormlight. I've read 4 of them plus the novellas, but doubt I'll ever get to the 5th. And that's always tough. When a series has a great start and then it falls off for you, like what's the point of continuing? But it's different for everyone. Excuse me. Anyone who likes 11/22/63 should also try Replay by Ken Grimwood and Time and Again by Jack Finney. They were its precursors. Okay. Let's keep that up for a little bit. Neat. Yeah, I still have 11/22/63 sitting on my shelf. I'll read eventually. I'll finish this book soon, probably in a couple years. Then The Stand. Oh, what a good time. Just a good time. I hear this is Stephen King's Lonesome Dove. Problem is, for me, I have this weird kind of quirk where whatever I'm reading, I want to kind of play alongside it. So if I'm reading something fantastic, I want to play something fantastic. So if I read The Stand, I want to play Fallout. Have y'all watched the Fallout show? How's that going? Please, advice. How do you break phone addiction? Become screen-free. Number 1, placing your phone not by your bed. If the first thing you're doing, waking up in the morning and grabbing your phone, not the best way to start the day. Yeah, just be conscious of where you place your phone. Have it across the room. That's always helped. If you really want to, if it's really bad, get a different phone. Get a flip phone. I know it'll change your life immediately. But yeah, my wife also mentioned the Opal app. The Opal app is a great little app that locks your social media apps or whatever apps you want to have locked. And it even locks certain websites on Safari or whatever search engine you're using. So, like if you go to YouTube, or if you go to something that is probably not as productive, like, I don't know, a sports website, whatever, it'll lock those for the time being. That's always helpful. You can set hours for work. You can set days, weekends, like have weekends off kind of thing. It's very customizable. But yeah, try phone placement and the Opal app. And if it's really bad, just get a flip phone. That'll help. And just be conscious. The amount of time we spend on our phones, it's incredible. That can be used for something else, a hobby of sorts. That can be used productively. It can be used leisurely. And I think the phone is taking away so much of, what our brains are designed to do. So yeah, hope that helps. Your next read should be East of Eden. I said it in the last live chat, and I will keep saying it until you read it. It's such a Thomas book, in my opinion. I want it to be my next read. That would be fun. But I don't know if I'm ready for that. We'll see. I'll see how I feel after this guy. I hear good things, though, about East of Eden. I appreciate that. And you keep telling me, okay? Keep telling me. Yes, it's really bad. It's 8 to 10 hours on phone. Yeah, I mean, try just placing your phone somewhere else, putting it in a lockbox, putting it in the trunk of your car, just away, and going on walks, going to the beach, going downtown, grabbing a book and going to a coffee shop and leaving your phone in your car. That's a good time. Like taking literal time and distance, physical distance away from your phone. My wife also said maybe a landline. Oh, treat it like it's a landline. Okay. Yeah, that's an idea too. That is an idea too. Have you read any of John Le Carre? No, but it sounds so familiar. List off some books that that author has written. Call of Duty is the only game I buy every year. Call me a fanboy, but I never lose hope. Hey, more power to you. I love it. I mean, I got excited when Verdansk was back. That's a fun time. I heard great things about Red Rising. Probably read that this year at some point. I only read the first book of Red Rising. I definitely plan on getting into the series at some point. Red Rising is amazing. Love the original trilogy and I'm liking the next series even more. I have a Red Rising tattoo, if that brings home the point. That does bring home the point. Wow. No Amazon Prime's Wheel of Time. Yeah, I know of that, but it's not my Wheel of Time. Definitely they took liberties that I was, what? Yeah, I don't think I could get past the first episode. You know that there's a follow-up to Mockingbird? Yes, I do know, but I haven't looked into it because I haven't finished To Kill a Mockingbird just yet. Because of what happened to my Skyrim mod list, I'm going back to Diablo 4. I just can't play vanilla Skyrim anymore. Oh man, really? I like vanilla Skyrim. It's the only experience I've had with Skyrim. So because I haven't done mods, I don't feel like I'm missing out. Have you read any Guy Gavriel Kay? No, I have not. But I have been gifted a few books. I know it's always tough when I just say no. I'm a book channel that doesn't read books. Yeah, I'm here for once. Super excited for your game ranking video. I am too. I'm going to shoot it next week. And it might be a 2 to 3 hour video. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I might try to keep it as one video. I think that'd be fun. Just have it, boom, rather than split into parts. I might have interludes within the video, like coffee breaks. I mean, if people could do 4 or 5 hour retrospective videos on one video game, I can do a ranking video for 2 hours long. I like to read in bed. I also feel like it improves my sleep quality because I get tired of reading way faster than I get tired of using my phone. Exactly. Great point. Yeah, my wife and I are trying to be mindful about that and really not using our phones before bed. We've been reading a few nights every now and then, and it puts me to sleep. It's a great time. This answer might seem oversimplistic, but find a new hobby. It doesn't have to be reading, just something that keeps you away from the screen if that's just something like walking every day. Yep. Hobbies can help big time. The Blade itself or Discovery, which book did you like best? I don't like either because I haven't read them yet. I'm sorry. I actually gifted The Blade itself to a friend for his birthday. That whole trilogy. I had it on my shelf for so long. I'm like, gosh, this is just taking up space right now, and I'm let me just gift it to someone who likes fantasy right now. I keep a little A format paperback. I think Americans call it a mass market on my person at all times. It's just as easy to reach as my phone, waiting for a bus, for the kettle to boil, etc. Very good advice. I love that. Taking your book everywhere you go is so important. You never know. You might be getting an oil change. You might be at a doctor's office. You might be, in line at a grocery store. Although I can't exactly pull my book out and just read for one page before I'm getting, checked out at the line. But it's always good to have it on hand. You never know. You might drive by a coffee shop and, you know what? I'll get a cup of coffee and read for an hour. Also, again, I've said this before, but my wife and I just don't have a lot of noise. We're not constantly having the TV on. We don't have the radio on every time we're in the car. We just sit in silence and we talk, and that's helped a lot. We're not constantly just putting content, in us, and um, I think when you're not constantly on your phone and scrolling and inducing yourself with videos and little shorts and whatnot, it provides a sense of calm, and it's just nice to kind of sit and listen to the birds for a little bit. Just finished Golden Sun at 3 a.m. today, jumping into Morning Star today. So excited. That's the new series, right? Of Red Rising. I had my wife set the screen time password on my phone. I set limits for Safari, anytime wasting apps. Once you run out of time, you will start becoming aware of how often you mindlessly pick it up. It is crazy how we have that kind of instinct. Oh, where's my phone? Or you just kind of pull it out and your thumb immediately goes to Instagram or YouTube or just something, and then you just start scrolling. It's we've kind of trained ourselves to do that. When do you watch Freyan Beyond the Journey free run? Would love to see a video of it after you finish it. Okay, I'll take that into consideration. Finishing up the Iliad, hoping to get into Dante afterwards, working my way through the epics. Also started playing Witcher 3, which has been a ton of fun. So much to do. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. A lot of stuff to do, so much immersion. Take your time with it. Enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Okay, you mentioned that. Okay. Tinker Tailor, Soldier Spy, and The Spy Who Came In from the Cold are the most popular. Be really fun to read those. Yeah, The Spy Who Came In from the Cold. I was reading that synopsis. Looks good. Read the first book of Red Rising and it was okay. Tried book 2 after 200 pages. I gave up. Currently going through Sun Eater. I'm on book 2 and loving it so much. Okay. Neat. Still haven't dove back into Sun Eater yet, but I will eventually. Once I finish Harry Potter, I'm reading East of Eden. I should be good in about 2 to 3 years. The BBC TV adaptation of Tinker Tailor with Alec Guinness is incredible. Sorry about the blade itself question. I mistook you for another booktuber. That's okay. That's all right. I am not on the level of other folks sometimes. I'll have to catch up. If you haven't read Guy Gavriel K, I recommend Tijana. It's a standalone fantasy, beautiful prose. Guy Gavriel K is often referred to your fantasy author's favorite author. Okay. All right. I have to leave. Have a good one, Thomas. Everyone in the chat, your videos are great to unwind during the day, and these streams feel even more so. I'm also happy to get a notification from you. Thank you so much, Allison. Means so much. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for hanging out and tuning in. Yeah, I would love to be posting more. I would like to. I just try to time it to when, the day works out, and the lighting works out, and sometimes it just doesn't. The day gets away from me. But yeah, who knows? When the kid comes, might not be posting as much anymore because I'll be a father and having a crying baby. Filming videos will have to be put in the back seat. For a couple of years, fantasy anime are blooming. Jot down Frieren, Delicious in Dungeon, and Witch Hat. All strong female protagonists too. Okay. I'll give those a little write down real quick. I would love you to read the works of Rabindranath Tagore and both read and watch works of okay. I'll have to give those a try. A Nobel Prize writer and poet and lyricist. I'll have to look those up. Oscar-winning filmmaker, but wrote a lot too. Okay. Very cool. Have you read Sword of Kaigen? I have not, but I've looked into it. It's nice to see a fantasy standalone for once, which is nice. Have I read manga? No. But I have heard that it's a good, there are more complete stories in manga than there are comics. Comics are kind of all over the place. But if I were to choose, I'd probably choose comics over manga. That's just my preference. The reason I play Diablo isn't for story. I just like seeing the numbers on the screen when you deal damage. Yeah, I mean, Borderlands, we like games like that. That's fun. That's a good time. Real quick, so I don't know if y'all heard, but there's this movie called The Drama. My wife and I watched this a while ago, and it's incredible. Watched this last week. I had to immediately buy it on physical, and I think this is the best film of the year so far, until Dune Part 3 comes out. If you haven't seen it, highly give it a try. It's such an emotionally deep film, and I think the pacing is perfection. The editing, perfection. This is the best role I've seen these two take. Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. Incredible. I hope they get Oscar nods for this film. This is their best work. So, highly recommend this film. I think people need to watch this. It's very good. Really well done. And then my friend Abe, who's been on this channel, we did a couple videos talking about fantasy books. He's going off to school abroad in South Korea. And like I said before, we're having our baby shower soon. And instead of people bringing a letter or a card, we're having them bring a book and writing a note in that book. A book for the baby, our daughter, Eleanor. And the book that he gifted us before he left, The Little House. This had to have inspired the movie Up. I mean, just look at that. And it's all about a little house, and life changes around that house. And then a city surrounds the house. Look at that. Just incredible. I cannot wait to read this to my daughter. So thank you, Abe. Hope you have safe travels. And yeah, fun time. And then lastly, I don't know if y'all are into fantasy football, but I am in another annual fantasy football league with my friends. Past 2 years, I've gone last place. And I get a little magazine every year. I know it gets outdated immediately, but it's fun to have tangible, it's got all the rankings, draft boards. So that'll be fun. That'll be exciting. But that's kind of what I've been doing past week. Let me catch up on the chat. Let's see. Can't wait for you to get your first #1 dad mug. That's a good point, honey. We gonna make that happen? Oh, yeah. It's gonna have to be like a Father's Day gift. Is there a book that you didn't love or overly enjoy as you were reading it, but has since stuck with you in a good way? Ooh, Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Jaws by Peter something. I forgot his last name. Starts with a B. Jaws. That's one that's stuck with me. Weird book. Please make a video on greatness of beauty of Bengali literature in the near future. I'll take it into consideration. Have you played Hollow Knight? I have not. Game's a little too intimidating for me. I feel like Elden Ring is a little more relaxing. Thoughts on Dave Bautista's casting as Kratos? Oh gosh. I mean, okay. I didn't know they're making a God of War adaptation. Hopefully it's good. What is your favorite? Anticipation of reading a book, the journey of reading it, or the living with it that comes after finishing? Whoa. That's a great question. I'm going to say the journey of reading it, but maybe the living with it that comes after. That might be it. That might be the one. And then journey of reading it. Those are interchangeable. But the anticipation of reading a book will only go as far as your expectations. And if you don't like the book, then that anticipation of reading it is gone. At least the journey of reading it lasts until you finish it. And then once you finish it, it's those memories and ponderings that you have. I think I'm going to do that. The living with it that comes after finishing, because that is endless. That's it, until I take my last breath. That's it. The book only lasts, as long as you finish it. But I disagree. It lasts as long as you continue to think about it, and I love that we can do that with art. A film that we watch, a game that we play, a book that we read, we can think about it forever. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. We can have conversations about it with other people. That's powerful. Currently jumping between Pocopia and Dave the Diver to wind down at the end of the day, and Fortnite with the wife and friends. That sounds like a good time. I haven't tried Pocopia or Dave the Diver, but I do own Dave the Diver. So it'd be a good time. I Want My Hat Black by John Klassen is the GOAT children's book. We bought it for all our friends' kids, and it's always my favorite. Let me look into that. I want my hat back. Oh, okay. Very fun. Okay, screenshotting it. Thank you. Want My Hat Back by John Klassen. Okay, very cool. Gonna look into getting The Little House. My son is turning 2 this year, and I have to start reading to him soon. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna be reading to my kid all the time. Based on your video about Lonesome Dove, I read it and loved it. Was a heck of a journey, and now I just finished Dead Man's Walk, and wow, Comanche Moon is next. Love that. Happy Friday, friend. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Got to head out because I have friends over in a moment. I've had a great time here, though. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out, Joseph. Medical aspirant from West Bengal, India. I find your channel really inspiring. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out and hopping in. I think I'm going to be tuning out here in a bit, too. When did you realize Lonesome Dove dethroned Name of the Wind as your new favorite book of all time? Was it during reading it or after? During reading it. Knowing that Lonesome Dove is a standalone book and it doesn't need anything else, although Name of the Wind can be read like that too. I just felt like the characters were richer, and it was, I don't know, it was the book that came at the right time. Yeah. Anyone who's a big McCarthy fan, the Folio Society have just announced their Cities of Plain edition is dropping September 15th, meaning their editions of the Border Trilogy is complete. Very cool. Yeah, Folio Society, I'm only going to get a special edition of a book that I truly love, like Name of the Wind. Love to get a special edition of like Eye of the World, Wheel of Time, the first book, and Lonesome Dove. But outside of that, I couldn't spend that kind of money on that many special editions. My favorite novels are those that stuck with me, not the ones I liked in the moment and forgot about. Very good point, because there'll be books that we'll enjoy reading them and then poof, gone. It's the books that stay with you after you finish them. That's when you know, top tier. Couldn't do the Spider-Man stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not for everyone, but I haven't even played them yet. I'd love to try that. Just don't have a PlayStation. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse is so good. Yeah, I think I have that on our list. It's a good time. Bro, up next, take up an English translation of a famous Bengali novel to read and make a video about it. I would feel honored if you agree and keep my request. I'll absolutely consider it. I appreciate you. Any other little questions? Any other fun books you'd recommend to me or anyone else? Any games? Any movies? I'm thinking of finishing up here, and yeah. Fun book to read is called Killer Mushrooms Ate My Gran by Susan Gates. I read that book when I was 11. Okay. I'll look into that. Killer Mushrooms. Let's look into this. Oh wow, that looks like a fun time. Wow. A children's horror novel. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll get started. We'll get our daughter playing Resident Evil 4, Alan Wake 2 pretty early. I'm kidding. But I'll look into that. That's, maybe when she's a little older. It's always a sad thing finishing your cup of coffee, your last sip. It's gone. It's done. When you read the last page of a book, that's one thing, but when you take your last sip of a cup of coffee, that's pretty sad. But then you get excited on making a new pot of coffee. It's a good time. Dog stars before the movie later this month? What is this? Do you like Agatha Christie books? I haven't read enough of her stuff. I don't think I've read any of her stuff to fully dive in, to really get a sense of, what coffee am I drinking? Let me go grab that. Well, I threw away the box, so I have no idea. But it's from Hex Roasters. HEX. Give that a try. My favorite book of all time is The Phantom Toll Booth. It's a kid's book, but I read it every year. Is there a book from your childhood that has stuck with you? That's a tough one. It's so hard to look back that far. I mean, I love Goodnight Moon. Those colors, just so sweet. So nice. Corduroy is another one that has stuck with me. Yeah, what about you guys? Will you ever read A Song of Ice and Fire? Maybe. Maybe. And it's not because he hasn't finished the series. It's just there's so much fantasy out there, and the series are just so long. So maybe, but not right now. And I still, I've said this last live stream and in a few other videos, but I feel fantasy is just hasn't been for me. But when I do return to fantasy, I do see myself reading The Hobbit to get my foot in the door again with fantasy. Love You to the Moon and Back is a perfect book for younger kids. Beautifully illustrated and cute story. Let me look into that. We might have that on the list. To the Moon Back. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, this looks nice. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Also, search on Google about greatness and beauty of Bengali literature. I can assure you you'd love it. I'll have to look. It just sounds like a lot of studying that I need to do, and I might look into it. Might give that a try. A Song of Ice and Fire to me is peak fantasy. I have 4 5-star books, and 2 of those are from A Song of Ice and Fire. It's peak. Wow. Okay. Yes, that is something I wanted to mention. I would love to read a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's 3 standalone novellas and are absolutely as good as the main series. Isn't it? Aren't those 3 novellas put into one book? That'd be pretty nice. Oh yeah, Goosebumps. Oh, classic. Classic. I've enjoyed the live stream, Thomas, praying for a healthy delivery of your baby and wishing you a great weekend as I head out. Well, I appreciate you. How much I love you is what I was thinking. Sorry, the one with the bunnies. Yep, that's the one that I grew up with, and that is the one I definitely would like to get for my child. We'll end with this one because I think it's nice. Big topic, but do you think that the line between author and reader has become too blurred? I don't assume the author owes me anything, be it a sequel. I still don't think authors owe us anything. I know people will say they do, especially if they've, told people, hey, there's going to be a 3rd book. Hey, there's going to be a final book. I'm working on it. The life of a creative is a very unique journey. And when you're not inspired, you're dealing with life. You make excuses. You prioritize other things. You procrastinate. You put all these expectations on this final book. The fans attack you or, whatever. Granted, everyone's journey is different, but I just don't think an author owes us anything. I think it's a great reading books is a gift, and authors don't even have to give us their very first book. There's that infamous story of Stephen King throwing away Carrie into a trash can. And his wife picked it up out of the trash, said, no, this is great. Publish it. Get it going. And he had the courage to share that with us. And look at that now. It's authors don't have to share their work with us. And I think it's tough, man, I guess the big 2, George R. R. Martin and Patrick Rothfuss. Like, where are those books? Also, it doesn't mean just because there isn't a final book doesn't mean the rest of the books aren't worth reading. They're well worth reading. Thomas, sorry I'm late. Hey, don't worry about it, but sadly, I'm heading out. I've got a lot of chores to do and got plans with friends later. So, yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I really wanted a video out today, but my SD card malfunctioned. But next week, video game tier list. And Sunday, I'm hoping for a book video. Maybe Monday. We'll see. But yeah, read. Yeah, I'll look into that. But guys, I appreciate you for hanging out, tuning in, and for all your questions. We'll do it again soon.